So my wife and I recently had a baby boy, and he is a whole 2 weeks old, 2 weeks and 1 day. We actually just had our 2-week checkup today, which was pretty fun. Uh, Early on, as we were kind of planning to have our child, and as he was kind of growing in his mama's belly, we were planning on cloth diapering. It's one of the things that we thought about doing. Mostly for kind of environmental reasons, and then cost reasons as well. And there's a whole list of reasons that I might go into on another video of why we chose to do that. But one of the products that we constantly heard recommended for cloth diapering in particular, to make it a lot easier, although it hasn't been very hard so far, is a diaper sprayer. And this diaper sprayer here in particular, I picked up off of Amazon. And this video, I'm going to just kind of show you a little bit about the sprayer, and then also kind of hopefully like a quick time installation. It's pretty simple and should be pretty simple, and hopefully it will be. Here's the sprayer unpacked, and the sprayer itself is the Aquaus diaper sprayer by Rinseworks. Has a 3-year warranty, you can see here. And my understanding from what I've read of the reviews is the warranty is actually is pretty good. They stand by their product, a good customer service. One of the main reasons that we got it. The other reason that we got it was because the majority of the sprayer is made up of metal. You can see that there's only 3 pieces, 3 main pieces, and then a holster for the sprayer itself that goes on the side of the tank. But out of those 3 pieces, really all of it is metal except for the sprayer head itself. This is plastic. You can hear that. It's just kind of that, I don't know, standard plastic. I don't know how else to explain that. And then the other plastic piece is right here on the adapter that goes, so this goes to the tank. It'll sit on the tank, and then this goes to the thread, the hose thread I believe, and then this will go to the actual sprayer head. The part that hooks onto the tank right here is plastic. I'm not super excited about that. It doesn't really make sense to me why they couldn't have just made it metal. Although you'll see a lot of these pieces on toilets themselves are plastic, so that's probably why it is plastic, because it's just kind of industry standard sort of a thing. It was really important to us for it to be metal, and particularly the hose itself we wanted to be metal, and then the fixture we wanted to be metal. The main reason for that is if this thing breaks, if a hose breaks, you're going to get all kinds of water in the house. I've read some reviews of other diaper sprayers that had plastic hoses that broke, and they just made nightmares for the owners. My wife and I actually, in our first apartment, we had a lady who lived above us. We lived downstairs, and she had left for the day, and it was just a short period of time, probably standard work day, you know, like 8-hour kind of shift. And her toilet hose, the hose, she didn't have a sprayer, but just the hose on the toilet was made of plastic, and that burst. And we had water seeping through the roof. It was coming out through electrical outlets. It was coming through the baseboards, just everywhere. It was a nightmare. Ruined a bunch of our stuff. Luckily, we were just renting. And so we didn't have to deal with the cleanup. We actually wound up moving shortly after that. But you'd have to replace drywall. You'd have to replace baseboards. Mold would be a huge issue. It could just be a nightmare that you do not want to mess with. If you look at your toilet whenever you decide to get a sprayer and you have plastic hoses on your toilet, I couldn't recommend more highly replacing those with metal threaded hoses. You can get them at Home Depot. It's super easy to do. It's almost as easy as installing this is going to be. So that was one of the main reasons we chose it, was just the fact that most of it's metal. There are some pieces on it that are plastic, but I feel like that's okay. Another convenient factor to me was that on this like valve here, that's gonna be, you know, this is gonna be going to the toilet here, like normal toilet water, and then this is your sprayer water. You can shut off the sprayer so that like no water goes past this point, which to me is a really nice, especially if you are going out of town, if you're going to be away for any time and period where you don't want to risk a flood, because that's just, I can't think of too many things worse than a toilet flood, to be honest with you. In fact, they recommend as a manufacturer that you turn off every time. It says it on the back of here. I doubt that you'll be able to read it. The only complaint that we found with this on Amazon, among the reviews, and there was a bunch of them, was that this button here tends to wear out over time. When I say tends, there was like a handful of reviews that said it wore out. However, all of those reviewers said that it was really easy to replace, that they called the manufacturer and they sent them a new one like right away. So not much of a hassle. It's, you know, a day or two without your sprayer or however long it takes to ship, which is a little frustrating, but it's okay for customer service as long as it's good. We're going to take all these parts here and we're going to bring them in the bathroom, and I'm going to try to show you the how to install. The box says that there's no tools required. I can already tell you that's not true, just because you're going to need a screwdriver to put this thing together. Just, you know, your standard Phillips head screwdriver, I think it is. Yeah, Phillips. And then whenever you're really dealing with these type of connections, see, I think that's just a sign of quality there. They put little plastic spacers in here so you won't lose O-rings and stuff. It's just really nice, in my opinion. But you're probably going to need to tighten that down with a wrench as well. Everything else shouldn't really require tools.